Give me a minute. Play this instrumental. All right, all right. Welcome to the Barbershop Talk, everyone. Um, welcome to the panel as always. Pretty much, I could say co-host Lawrence. Glad to have you up here as always. On the topic of compromise, what are your thoughts, brother?
I'm still laughing at the co-host thing.
Yeah, hey, pretty much.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, because I know you were in your
Oh
zone.
no!
On the
I'm
other,
glad you did it.
but I remembered you said you had stuff you had to do, so I didn't know what your
Well,
time
no,
frame was.
I'm good now. Things have changed. We'll talk about it later. But yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. But as far as it goes for the topic, look, man, it's even without scripture, we've said it in a secular fashion, man. Compromise is never good.
Yes.
At least not that kind of compromise. Let me rephrase. Because I mean, there are moments that you do compromise, but it's things that are, I don't know. I want to say minor because I don't have any better phrase. But when it
But I
comes,
think
but when it comes to choices that are about lifestyle, about doing the right thing, about achieving success and being productive, those are things you can't compromise on ever.
Well, I think it doesn't matter if they're minor or not, because uh, when you look at the case of Solomon, his compromises started off minor.
That's true. That is true.
So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah.
Compromise is still a loss.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Because when you know what, yeah, I stand corrected. Because once you start compromising on the small things, it becomes easier to compromise on the larger as you go along. Yeah,
And that's it, Curls. It doesn't imply that you're in a weaker position. It shows that you're actually in a weaker position.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would agree with that.
Even if you have some form of strength, but when you have when you discard that power, it shows. So
Yeah,
which
I think in my head, uh, how can I put it? For what I said earlier, I think in my head, there's a slight confusion, and that's on my part. That's on my part because I'm confusing compromising something over not caring about something.
mm,
Because
let's go
if
to an example on that.
okay,
For
um,
yeah, I mean for clarity for all
well,
of
yeah.
us. Heck.
Well, I was thinking like if I'm back and forth with somebody in a debate about something, compromising by saying we agree to disagree, but that's not really a compromise. That's me really saying to myself, you know what, I really don't give a fuck. This is not that important. Bye. That kind of thing.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's much different. Yeah, that's not a
yeah,
compromise. It's hey look, I'm on this end of it. You on the other end. We obviously ain't gonna change, so ain't no point in going forward.
right, right, and that's what I wanted to clarify for myself and for everybody listening. How I started off, I got the two overlapping with each other, and they're totally different things.
Yeah.
So, but but back to compromising and the thing with Solomon. I mean, Solomon shows point blank just the devastation that can come from compromising.
Yes.
I mean, you lose everything. You lose your sense of self. You lose your power and your authority. You lose your relationship with the Most High. I mean, it's destructive across the board. I
Yeah.
mean, just period, point blank. And no matter what you say or what you do, you'll never shake that off. That'll follow you for as long as you live.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
and the question becomes is what hurts more? The fact that everybody sees you that way, or the fact that you let yourself become that way?
Ooh, that one. You know what? I think for most people, it would be that everyone sees them that way
Yeah, but I think for
because
us,
because
I think for us, it would be more internal though. I think it would piss us off that we
for
allowed
us
ourselves
who
to be
me and
that way.
you specifically.
Yeah, like me, you,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
curls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I would agree. Yeah.
yeah, myself, you, curls, Yuri, MOT, because we're those type of guys.
Yeah.
We would internalize it, and we'd be more
Exactly.
pissed at
I agree.
ourselves for allowing ourselves to be that way.
Man, yes. Allowing myself for that to be that week and that momentarily that week. Yeah, yeah.
Right, and I'm speaking from experience. Like I said, I've never made it a secret.
Me too.
I've done that a couple of times.
Me
So
too. Yeah,
so and the older I get, the more I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I've been down this road before. I'm not doing it again.
yeah. I would agree, girls. I would also agree. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would agree with that.
yeah. But most human beings, it would be uh for everyone else seeing them that way because especially you know when you look at American Negroes.
Hmm.
Um, because the culture has nothing of any actual substance. It's all image.
You know what's bad?
It's all image and entertainment. So
You know what's bad when you said when you just said that the word that popped in my head or phrase is no value.
yeah, no actual value. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean as a culture, no
yeah.
value.
No, I'm agreeing
Yeah, no value. I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying that for some reason the phrase no value just popped straight in my head as soon as you said it. But
because because of the simple fact the culture itself is it's a flash in the pan because it's all style and no actual substance. That's why it's no value.
exactly. And it's weird because And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to do it, the good old days thing, because there's really no such thing.
Yeah.
But but I will admit that during the 70s and 80s and maybe the very tip of the 90s, there was some attempt to add some level of substance to it, because we had a certain pride in things that we could do, um that like take music for instance. You look at the music performers now, and then you go back to the 70s and you look at performers like Earth, Wind and Fire, George Clinton in Parliament. You know what I'm saying? You could tell there was more substance then. You could tell that they cared about presenting themselves in a certain way. Even if some people would challenge it, it was, I don't know I don't know if I'm saying it right. There,
Okay.
there was just still more to it. There was a pride when you call out, I listen to George Clinton and the Parliament, what I'm saying, the P Funk band, saying, yo, Earth, Wind and Fire, yo, that's the jam. Them the boys, look at the way they dress. And even though it was excessive, but nobody talks like that about Lil Wayne. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
nobody from your era.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair
The
enough.
the only one that you could even say that would spread to that would be Snoop. Dog. He spread
I would
across
agree with.
multiple
I,
generations.
I would agree with that.
Again.
I would agree with that.
But
Everybody, regardless of the age, likes Snoop Dogg. I have
but
to
watch
agree.
this. But watch this. This is where I'm going to challenge your thought on that.
Oh, feel free.
Because I mean, where can you say that the culture has any value outside of entertainment?
Oh, I
Fashion.
would never. Oh, I would never say that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would never say that.
The only the first place that I can go to.
Sports.
Wait, no, that's entertainment still.
True.
So the only first place I could go to, and colored folks never would think to bring it up. George Washington carving over 200 uses for the peanut.
You know what? And you know what the sad part about that is? He's so much more than that. Because this dude was the dude
Yeah,
who was.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because you ask them, that's the first thing they'll think of. Nobody,
Yes,
nobody,
I
no,
agree.
nobody will think about the open heart surgery stuff he was doing.
Yeah, hey, but watch this though. It's at least something of substance. for 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 human beings in general.
Right, right. And then
But
the traffic light, that's us. The
yes, yeah. He
steaming,
did a whole lot,
well,
a whole
not
lot.
him. He didn't do the traffic, but I'm saying as
Well, I
far
mean,
as it
I'm
goes,
just saying. Yeah, I
yeah,
know what you're saying.
yeah, for our culture,
But he
yeah.
did do a whole lot though,
Oh, he did. Oh, he absolutely did.
and
Absolutely did.
and that's the thing. No, he's not. Whenever people think and speak of the culture, that never gets brought up. I mean, it never gets associated with that.
No, because everybody's stuck on the same top five. The same top five. That's Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Medgar
I,
Evers, W.E. Du Bois, and oh wow, I can't believe I forgot his
but
name.
but you know what? Marcus Garvey. Did you say that?
No, I said him. I'm talking about
Okay.
the other one oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. I got his face in my head. Not Franklin. Um,
Um, shoot.
I'll come back to it. Just go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Where you
But
were going?
but but what I was getting at, I wasn't getting so much as the
Frederick Douglass.
individual. Yeah, Frederick Douglass. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
wasn't
Sorry.
getting so much into more of the individuals as the actual. What am I getting at? The actual things that they done.
But see, okay.
That,
I can,
that is of substance. Now I know what you're talking about. I get what you're saying.
yeah.
I was going more for what the culture as a whole. Whenever you think of them, and whenever it's thought of, even across the map, across the world, the only thing what they're linked to is entertainment.
Right.
Nothing of nothing of any substance that that's contributable to human society.
No, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree wholeheartedly. My thing is that I have a theory
Okay.
on that, and my theory is that when you look at colored folk, when you look at colored folk as a whole, if you notice, the entire group does everything backwards. When you go to most other cultures, the culture itself defines individuals. If you look at colored folk let themselves be defined the other way around. The culture doesn't define the individual defines the culture. That's why they can only name those top 5 people.
Mm.
Whenever you want to talk about colored folk and being together, nicotainment, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
but
Eh,
but if you notice with colored folk, they define their culture based on whoever's the top dog at the moment in society, based on celebrity. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's the way I see it.
yeah, and you know what's funny? Um, the five that you named,
Hmm.
they're even though MLK, what he wanted to do, said, it was the ultimate destruction of color folks.
Yeah, I'm more of a
Uh,
Malcolm X dude. Segregation, man.
yeah,
You keep yours, I keep mine. That's all I
yeah.
needed.
Um, they were at least individuals of some type of substance.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
see, the culture itself wasn't and didn't want any part of it.
I know, but like I said, that's colored folk.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
culture, the culture should the culture should always define and direct the people. But with colored folk, a particular person defines the entire culture. That's one of, and like I said, that's a theory of mine. I don't have any proof on it. That's just
Yeah.
me looking at the things that I've seen. And it's always been fascinating to me because you can see the culture shift immediately for whoever the next top dog is. I mean, I saw that when I was younger. We went from what? I mean, just look at the difference between people switching between Prince and Michael Jackson. You know what I'm
Huh.
saying? I mean, from dressing to talking to moving to hairstyles. I mean, they copy at top to bottom, and they permeated that particular individual's concept as being representative of the culture as a whole, even though that wasn't true.
Mhm.
But that's the thing about colored folk. They don't create a culture in and of itself. They follow whoever's top at the moment and just emulate that, and that's always a bad thing. Like I said, the culture should define the person, not the other way around. you know
Yeah.
because the culture, like you said, is more than just entertainment. I mean, a true culture anyway.
Right. Right. But well, I don't. It should be.
Yeah, it
It
should be.
should
Yeah,
be more, but it's not.
yeah. and and
We
and
see
and
that
it,
it's not.
and that's funny because that's a compromising of an entire people and culture.
They want to compromise.
Yeah,
They want. I mean, Sigmund Jones said it. They would willingly walk into slavery with a smile on their face, and
yeah.
and you see, when I read how the conditions and everything that God laid out for them, it was all eugenics when he taught.
Oh, it always
I
was.
have you set apart.
Yep, yep, yeah,
So
yeah. Absolutely. Weird how they complain about how they're not seen as individuals, but they use it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right, Carl. That's exactly what they do. That's the point I was trying to make.
well,
It's
wait, hold
it's just
on.
weird.
To make it better,
Uh huh.
they idolize and worship celebrities
Yep.
to make to make them gods of their culture.
Yep. Yep. And the funny part is that first part about complaining about how they're not seen as individuals. That's something I taught my daughters growing up because I had to get them to understand about this need to be liked, because I had to explain to them, you know, every when you're young and you're growing up, everyone spends all their time trying to fit in and be accepted. And then when they become adults, everybody wants to work so hard to be different. an individual.
Mm,
It's a weird dichotomy
mm.
because, like I said, when you're a teenager, you want to fit in. You don't want to be the outcast. You don't want to be the one people picking on, or making fun of, etc. So everybody wants to fit in, but you hit a certain point in adulthood, and suddenly, instead of that, you want to be the lone wolf. You want to be the one who's different. You want to be an individual, not part of a machine or a cog in a machine.
Hold on. Got two things here in the chat we got to talk about.
Hey, Wardner,
First,
what's up, man?
hey, Wagner. First of all, I would say there's really not much difference in the how would you say the quality of role model between Whitney Houston and Cardi B. Whitney
Yeah,
Houston was, hey, she got on this shit.
Whitney Houston.
I'm ready to go.
The only difference is Whitney Houston did hers undercover. That's it.
But it came out.
Oh, it did. Well, I mean, yeah, it was. Everything comes out in the light eventually.
Yeah, because she
But
started. I mean, when you start coming out, you start going out in the public, crack down, and start messing up. It's gonna show.
yeah, because
So,
when Whitney started, Whitney Houston was the quintessential good girl.
so everybody thought.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the image she portrayed. But when she started talking about she need her some Bobby Brown, I was like, yeah, she just like all the rest, bro.
So yeah,
Just like all the
and
rest.
and now to the great commenter by Soul Provider Speaks. I was
What?
told by and I know he probably meant cult leaders, the women, that Black American culture was food and going on vacation, and this is where I say that the going on vacation part, that's probably more for the colored women, because we all know some of us can't leave.
Mhm.
Go real vacations. And
Yeah,
they be going overseas all the time. But
yeah,
yes, and so that's why I brought up, the whole entertainment aspect of everything earlier. There is nothing of substance in Ado's culture.
yeah. I will give some respect on the part about food though, because that was a huge thing. Big Mama in the kitchen cooking, yada yada yada.
Y'all still
Food, food did play a big part in
well,
that respect.
so we only got food as the only positive thing about
Exactly.
the
And
and
that's
some of that ain't positive either.
and I was just about to say that. We weren't. It wasn't exactly like we were eating right to begin with. So
I mean, you talk about folks eat chitlins and oh God knows what it. Oh dang, it's just so
mhm.
yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, that's about it. And like I said, those top five is all anybody will ever call out when they want to talk about blackness or pro-black, or whatever phrase is being is what they choose. That's why they don't know anything else.
And oh man, what's good, the unspecialty? Yes, a compromise is indeed a loss that you willingly take. That's it.
Yep. Yep.
you
Yeah.
you're walking willingly into slavery. I mean,
Hmm.
it's literally what you're doing. And good to have
I,
you here as well.
yeah. I agree, Curls. Living vicariously through others is weird. It's really weird.
It's pathetic. Damn
Yeah.
weird. It's pathetic.
Yeah. And he said
Um,
he said it sounds like a bunch of failures, and I would take it the same way. I would agree with him.
a bunch of
You would rather sit there and live
weak
vicariously.
excuse for failures,
Yeah. So
which is
you'd rather sit there and live vicariously through someone else than go do it. Yeah, that's a failure to me. I don't get that.
it. It's well, it goes hand in hand with the stream that I did on how gods are born with that quote from Isaac.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's true. And it's strange too, because I used to get upset at the fact that I would see a lot of colored folk get into other cultures and etc. and so on. And then I got older and I started to get into other cultures. And then I came to the realization, because every every person in existence needs or wants a tribe, a clan, something to belong to, something that has weight or validity, or shares the same concepts and so on with you. And then I was like, okay, now it makes sense, because we got nothing, so we go looking for it somewhere else.
And damn. Swift with the asshole comment today. I thought I was an asshole.
What you say?
But girls, I don't think it's weird because the mass majority of people are dumb and failures. I'm the weird one. I'm not average nor close to it.
Yeah, yo, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at
I do like the comment though. I do like it.
it.
I
That's
like
good. Yeah, yeah.
it.
I'm not mad at it. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but like I said, that's the thing with colorful. They compromise everything, every way, every time, because it's always quote unquote the easier way out. So we run right back to the bottom line: accountability and responsibility. No matter how it goes, we always end up right back there as the foundation.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, they compromise. They're willing to compromise their whole being,
Yeah, not just their whole being. I mean, well, yeah, I get you. Whole being, mind, body,
everything.
and yeah, mind,
Yeah,
body,
I
and soul.
mean,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
whole. Yeah,
I got you. I was about to say something
they're
about
not
physical,
willing
but
to
I got
have a, and also, I mean, they're not willing to have an identity of their own. So that's what I mean by not they're willing to compromise their whole being.
you. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and,
and 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 it's funny because, like I said, it's and like I discussed with Zero before, and I'm pretty sure we've had that discussion here. That is why they're terrified of us leaving because they it's one thing for you to go through life acting like this is the way things should be until people like us show up and show you the reality that what you're thinking is not true. It's wrong. And that brings a certain amount of anger, hatred, resentment. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why they come at us the way they do, which is why we don't um
well,
associate
well,
with them.
well, you know what? I think one line from a movie I know you remember will sum it up good, perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna be different.
actually, actually, you know what's funny? I got something similar to that, but it's said differently. It's from Wesley Snipes in the first Blade movie. Remember at the end when he said, "There's always some motherfucker who wants to ice skate uphill."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's me. That's in my head when I see them.
Well, wait, no, 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 no. But we're talking about color folks. So
Yeah,
we're the
yeah.
one motherfucker that want to ice skate downhill.
Well, yeah, yes, yes, yeah. I guess so. but but yeah, but I don't even have a way I could even remotely think of that would get them to understand how compromising does so much damage. Because, and again, I
You can't
this,
when you want to. You can't. You can't
yeah,
get somebody to understand when they want to compromise.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I can't.
They want to
They want it.
submit.
Yeah, they
They
want it.
want to submit.
They want it desperately.
Which is why whenever they say all these, I say, "Hey, it's okay. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and submit. Bow down."
Yeah, you like it. I love it. It's like I've been saying the last couple. I just got tired. Like I said. I mean, they're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah,
They're gonna
they
be
gonna
who they
do.
want to be.
They want to do it. So I tell them,
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm
yeah,
not finna tell them anything. I mean, that makes me think about
yeah.
when I was at my cousin's church and we would have a Bible study. And somehow it came this while ago. It came out about, I forgot how it got to one point, but talking about, she done got the woman done got a black eye and telling her, I said, look, I said, y'all crazy. I'm not finna tell her don't go back. I said, for one, she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So out of curiosity, just to entertain myself, I'm gonna tell a girl, go get your man. That way you can have another match, the other eye match that one. That way, you won't look so odd. You'll
Yep.
have two black eyes to the one. Girl, go ahead and get your man. I said, I'm gonna be curious. I'm just doing this now just to see, just to be curious. Is she gonna do the opposite of what I say just out of spite? If she just want to go get that black eye. So I'm gonna tell her, go get your man. I'm not gonna tell her to do the opposite.
And it doesn't even make sense to do it anyway because they live off playing the victim status. So in order to play that, they gotta have it. So let them have it. I mean, I mean, it is what it is. The same thing applies to dudes.
Yeah, yeah,
Same,
I
I mean,
agree.
same thing
Same, yeah,
applies to dudes.
agree.
Yo, man, society, blah blah blah. Yo, man, society ain't got nothing to do with you with a 40 ounce and a blunt sitting on your stoop every day, man. If you want it, go get it. I'm not
Yeah,
saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying there's not gonna be people against you because of who you are or what you look like, because there's always gonna be that.
yeah,
But my dude, you know how this shit works. We got to work 10 times as hard to do the one level that they do, because that's just the way this shit is. You can't bitch about it. You got to find a way to work around it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Like,
yeah.
look, man, you think I ain't never walked through my life and had white people walk up to me and call me nigga and curse me out?
Right.
You
Yeah.
you think
Well,
you think I ain't never had a you think I ain't never sat in front of a white dude who told me, oh yeah, you're good for the position, but because you speak so well, I'd rather put you in sales. You think I ain't never heard all that shit in my life? Come on, man, stop fucking playing.
and now I ain't never just had nobody. I
Your
ain't just
curls
never
are
had
stupid.
nobody call me that. Since I say that since I was a kid. I guess I got big enough and have enough of a scowl on my face to where
Yeah,
they're not finna come up to me and say this shit now. They behind closed doors, it might be a different thing. I can say, I have gotten the look without a doubt.
yeah,
And and but I've also been to the point where I've seen the look change too.
yeah,
So but
yeah.
it's something I just never really worried about because
Yeah. And
um
people
I
and I'm sorry.
I was kind of I was to the point because I'm kind of like almost whenever um when Cedric the Entertainer set off in the Kings of Comedy, white people had it Hope Creed and black people had it Wish Creed.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing was, yeah, mine, whenever it came to that, I wish a motherfucker would come up to me like
Yeah,
that. And I had that look on my face. So
yeah.
usually it never happens. So it
Because
never,
like,
I
yeah,
can't say I ever had that happen like that. But yeah.
yeah. Because like I had to tell one young man before. I said, having a Karen or some white dude in the store call you nigga, yeah, it cuts you deep. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna deny that. But you need to understand the context, because I tell you right now, a Karen or some dumbass dude in a store saying that to you is a lot different than you being out in the open field and you got somebody from the Klan calling you that. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't want to believe it, but there's significant difference from that work on that, because most of the motherfuckers, Karens, and all, they just do it because they want to get a rise out of you. Motherfucking Klan members say that shit to you. That's because he's ready to do something.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. The same thing applies to me. I mean, hearing it in my generation is still radically different than how it was said when it was said to my grandparents back then.
Yeah. And there's something else too, your experience, I can't have your experience. So I'm not going. Even though I'm from the South, you were born in the '60s, so it's going to be completely different from me. To so it's like when older people try to say, look, for one, I'm not in my feelings no way. I don't care about that.
Right.
But I can't feel how you feel about it. I wasn't. It was different for me being born in '83.
Well, yeah, because like I said, somebody says it to you now, all they can do is say it and walk away. When I was growing up, they could say it and still whoop your ass and try to beat the holy shit out of you. And then the generation before me, they can say it and lynch you.
Hmm.
I mean, each generation has to deal with that word, but the impact
It's
of
different.
what people can do with it has radically changed. I mean, we can sit here and we can be upset about that word all we want to, but let's be real. Where our grandparents were concerned, it wasn't just a word; it was a lifestyle. If you were caught on the street, you got lynched.
Oh well,
If you know what I'm saying, or they would just come to your house, kick your door, and start burning crosses. You know what I'm saying, all that stuff.
oh
So
yeah,
so in reality, and I'm not saying this. I'm not saying them doing it now is any better. I'm not saying that at all. It shouldn't be done. Period. We all know that. But I'm just saying we have to keep things in context in our head. You saying it to me don't mean shit today because that's all you can do is say it. You can't fucking touch me. And if you can try, I'm within my rights to whoop your ass. That's a lot different than back in the day with my grandparents.
Right. And so for your grandparents, it'd probably be about pretty much like it was for my dad.
Yeah,
When he
because
was
they were
born
in
in
yeah, they were the same.
1920.
Yeah, they were in the same
Now,
age.
for my grandparents, that well, my
They
dad's
had
parents,
yeah, they
they
couldn't
were,
do nothing.
he was born in 1890, so
Exactly. So he couldn't say anything. He just had to do whatever they told him. Because remember back then they couldn't even you weren't even allowed to look them in the face.
Mm,
That's why every time a slave owner or whatever came and talked to you, they always had their head down. You're not allowed to look at them in the eyes. I mean, think about that. So like I said, no matter what it is, what time frame it is, you got to keep it in context. But the overall point is this: compromise never leads to anything good, ever,
right.
ever.
I
You
agree.
know, because like I said, even when people can walk up to me and call me
Well,
call me the call
wait,
me
hold
a
on.
nigga, it's yeah,
I'll say this:
yeah.
compromise never leads to anything good if you're the one compromising.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
Now,
enough.
somebody compromising for you, hey, it leads to something good for you.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, I see that conversation in the chat about articulate. Yeah, yeah. They're good. They're good with that. You speak so well. You're very articulate. Where are you from? You know that you can speak that way. Yeah. Big. Why you use big words? Yeah, all that, man. All that. And you know what's funny? You know what's sad about that? I get it from both sides. I really
uh,
do. I get it from both sides. No, actually, no, I get it from three sides because I get black people who tell me I'm trying to sound like I'm an Oreo. I get white people because they're surprised that I can talk well. And then I get it from foreigners who are surprised that I'm not out here going, yo, 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 what's up? So I mean, it's weird. It's weird as hell. Because when foreigners come over here, all they're living off of is what they see on TV. So they expect when they get here, all of us to be that way.
right, right. And let's see. I usually the one that I've gotten from color folks more than anything is, wait, you read?
Oh man. Yeah, I just usually
Yes,
call
Lord.
them I usually just call them Philistines.
I laugh, but and I said, wait. So what so you trying to say I look like I'm not supposed to read? Well, no, I didn't mean it like.
I know I've said like something like I'm talking to people, I'm saying especially colored folk, and we're having a conversation and I'll throw out a quote or something and they just look at me and I'm like, oh my, read a book, you Philistine. Yeah, I just don't I don't
You're being too nice. I don't even think the Philistines are that bad.
they can read it right.
Oh yeah, that's another one. That's another one. I used to play. I used to play. It's been a long time. I haven't played since high school, man.
Mm, 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 mm. Wait, you play chess?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, who doesn't play chess?
It's been a while. It's been years since I played. I used to play in high school all the time.
Yeah, I used to play
I mean,
I used to play with my man Lawrence all the time.
yeah, back when in the computer lab, then back when like when Zero talks about the old Yahoo chat boards and messages, and they had all the games in there. And then later on, they put the nigga games in. And I used to. That's why I used to play chess in there all the time.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
2 or 3 times a week, maybe even more. So,
Yep,
but
yep. But that's 6 days a week
oh wow,
with Lauren. Well, remember he owns the pharmacy, so when
got
I
you.
would go hang out with him for the day, in between, people coming in and all that stuff, we'd be playing. So, but that's a long time. I think the last time I played chess was well right before I moved here because I was doing it with him. So that was like 2004.
Okay, got you. And Young Swift, you can't goad me into playing chess while you still play, and I haven't played gosh. and
You know,
and probably about half my lifetime, yes, I know I would lose. No.
that's a lot of talk about chess for somebody who got basketball connoisseur in his name. Swift
Yeah.
beat Sigma. He wants to come for you,
Hey,
Isaac.
hey, look. Hey,
Mhm.
girls, it ain't
That's why I said when you pick it back up. Okay.
happening.
Mm-mm-mm.
So wow. Oh man. That's funny, but
So shout out to the helmets in the chat. We support you. Who he's talking about?
any helmets. Any helmets. What's good,
Have
Snuggles?
fun. Look at
Especially
American.
how foreign blacks look at American blacks. The image of blackness has been shaped different in how they look at American blacks different to a certain point with what has been televised.
Oh,
It ain't
that's
never
the
been televised.
well, that's the other half to what she stated earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
she said something earlier. I missed it. Damn.
yeah. That's the other half to it. You're reading. It's pretty much along the same lines about how TV has shaped everything.
Gotcha.
But like I said, we've all known that. I mean, television, movies. You know, I mean that's just how they how they portray us. And like I said, if that's beaten over your head, time and time and time and time and time again, especially late 60s going into the 70s with black exploitation. You know what I mean? So that's 40, 50 years constant reminder that that's all you can be.
Mm. Swiss says, so what? I can't play chess while being a basketball connoisseur.
No, you can't.
Now,
Because you're compromising. Be one or be the other. No, I'm just messing with you.
now,
I'm just messing with you.
now, this
I'm
is
just
the comment I have to say something too.
what?
There is no almost undefeated. You done taken a loss. You done taken a lot. You done taken a loss or losses.
I'm almost
There's
undefeated.
no
That's
point.
funny.
There's no point in bringing up the undefeated. You've
That
been
is
defeated
funny.
by somebody.
That is funny. Oh, that was the wrong choice of words, bro. Almost undefeated. There's no such
Yeah.
thing. Oh man. Oh, it's so
There's no
silly.
point in bringing it up if you're not undefeated. No point in bringing it up.
Almost. Almost. Okay.
Yeah, he is coping. Don't want to take the L, but that's okay. He's taking them. He gonna say, "No, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of some." I tell you what, you're a master of bullshit, and I give you
Ah, okay.
that.
I mean, my bullshit Geiger counter is going off like a motherfucker. What's that? I only lost to one person in the Discord, okay, but definitely wrong choice of words. Yeah, it was. Specialist undefeated is a binary stage. You either are or you aren't. There you go.
Exactly. That's it.
Or just in case you need it, Swift. That's 00111000000.
That's like the Undertaker saying, "I took L for loss."
Wait, Swift is a master of no
No
cheese.
cheese.
Oh, the small hats don't care what imagine they put out of black people as long as it brings money to. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, Wadner. That's true.
Well, the thing is, color folk don't care.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the
Yeah.
main thing. I mean, color folk don't care.
Yeah, because
What
I
they
got to
put
get
out.
because I got to get in the habit of that. Ever since you said it, because I've been trying to work on making the distinction between black folk and colored folk because there is a difference.
I look. I look. I don't just say black folk. I say black men
Okay.
because of the simple fact, color folks are inclusive. They want to take the niggas along for the ride, and
Yeah.
women have always been inclusive. That's why you
Yeah.
got them
That's true.
transformers now, and now they
Mhm.
mad about them going into the bathroom with them. But it is what it is.
Oh, you saw that too.
Oh yeah. It's been
That female at the spa.
Well, not that one. I'm just saying in general.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
been there. It's not. Yeah, it's
But
been
yeah,
going on for a while now about them
but
being mad,
it's
about them
yeah.
being mad in their sports and all that. Hey,
It's making a big stink, and I'm like, yo, yeah, yeah, you dragged them along with you. You did the same. Look, you did the same thing to them that white women did to you. Dragged you into some nonsense theory, concept, etc., and so on. And then when it turns on you, now you want to start going, "Ah, I don't want to agree with this." You were the one who were pushing for them
hey,
to have rights.
wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hey, it ain't just in colored women, it's in all of them. Because them Decepticons turn them up in all they sports.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah,
Wait, hold on.
the fax machine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew what it was.
I thought you older guys would know what it
Well, I knew what
was.
I knew what it was, but he wasn't addressing me, so I didn't.
Yeah. But it's still funny though.
Yeah, but but yeah, it's crazy, and and it's funny because now you see the Transformers literally out there attacking women.
And they can't do nothing.
Nope, nope. Talking about hey, it's not that we don't have anything against you. You can have your rights, but there's no reason a man should be in a room with a 14 and 10-year-old girl with his junk hanging out. Which is what happened at that Korean spa. And
And
they protested it like the next day or something like that. And people were just saying, look, be who you are, but we got to keep this, in reality. I mean, you can't have a man just walking around with his junk out. And they attacked some of those women, Transformers, and I was like, yo, hey, like I said, you asked for
and
it.
and to this one, Snuggles, I know you got jokes because
Who is
my
that?
whole thing is just some Keisha.
Oh,
Um
okay.
uh ain't none of these broads mine. That's why I can whenever people say something about our our, I say, hold on, these bras are not mine. Don't say our, say yours. And I have no thoughts on her. I don't really care to know what she's going through. She's just typical Keisha to me, so it doesn't matter.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know who that is, but I will say this: I don't care about female sports, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Well, I don't really
And
look at them anyways. I used
yeah,
to look at
yeah,
tennis.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
used to look at tennis a long time ago more, but
Yeah, but tennis is not a female sport. There's a female division, sure,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but
That's right.
tennis is
That's
tennis.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It is.
yeah,
That's right. It has been a male sport, but
right. Yeah,
it's the
that doesn't.
it's the only sport that has a comparable female division.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is that when it comes to basketball and etc., they didn't become a division. They tried to create their own thing separate. I don't care about that.
Oh
My
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
my thing is if it's sports, one of the primary things about sports is that it's a team player thing. And right out the gate, you come straight out talking about you're better. You can put more people in the seats. You need to have your own thing. And then when you get it, it doesn't work out the way you thought it would. So no, I don't care about. I could care less about female sports. I'll still watch tennis though. I love tennis.
yeah.
I'll still watch that.
Well,
Um,
since I got rid of DirecTV, I haven't been looking at much sports that much, to be honest. So I
yeah,
just haven't had an interest.
yeah. There's no interest in it. It's boring to me. Just in, Lawrence got banned from YouTube. Got
you know,
what? Because of the female sports thing.
probably.
Oh, I could care less.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh yeah, I could care less. I know what they want to promote, but I like I said, I'm allowed to like and dislike what I want. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not.
True.
I don't cancel me because I don't like females. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Um.
Oh well.
So what's that, youngster? What's
Oh.
the blacks? Yeah, he's not a transformer though. He's gay, but he's not a transformer. Talking about that new Cinderella movie.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a black gay dude playing fairy godmother. I'm like, yeah, okay. Trans may end the gender wars for the spear. I don't think it will, youngster. I don't. What I think is going to happen is it's going to be the same thing it always is. Women, because how can I put this? The women who are complaining about trans people being in female bathrooms know that they cannot physically stop them because they're going to have to accept the fact that the gender concept is stupid because it's still a man. The very fact that you're saying he can't be in there proves your theory is wrong. So what they're going to do is they're probably going to turn around and there's going to be a whole bunch of them, because white knights exist, who are going to come to their rescue to protect them from the bad men who are pretending to be something they're not. But will it stop the gender war? Nope. I don't think so. And if I'm wrong, I'm willing to hear anybody's point of view. I'm open to it. Because we saw this in man, we saw this so many times. It's retarded. Women had most of the spotlight at the Olympics this year. I would understand if they were better athletes, but it was simply just because they had boobs. Oh yeah.
Well, and the thing is too, cool, and you can't. I mean, America's feminism, so that of course what you see here is going to put all of the spotlight on the brides.
Yeah, it's always going to be. It's always going to be that way. Yeah, it's always going to be that way.
Yeah, you can't expect anything different at all.
But as far as it goes for as far as it goes for Transformers in female bathrooms, yo, again, compromise. This is what happens.
Yeah. and that's why I said I have, the 3 designation for color people: niggas, color folks, and then black men. Because color folks always want to take the niggas along with them, but you can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't think, and then again, if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. But I don't know of any other quote unquote society that does that.
Does what? Wants to take along?
Yeah. There's nobody else I can think of that wants that.
Other than American color folk.
Yeah. They're the only ones. And like I said, if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. But
I mean, because because you'll hear like Dominicans and other people that that are black. They're like, I know black on here. I know black, Poppy. I know black.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't associate me with y'all. I'm not with y'all.
Yeah. But like I said, that's a current living example of what compromise will bring you. It literally is. So now you have to deal with the repercussions.
Hey,
because that was a conversation I had gotten into an argument with a cousin of mine. Now she's significantly older than me. She's like 72.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about this whole thing with transformers and bathrooms and stuff like that. And I was like, no, that don't make no sense. I said, I would not want young girls going into a bathroom that a grown-ass man who's dressed like a woman can do too. I said, because you don't know what's going to happen. And on top of that, we have to talk about the nature of people. There will be predators who will pretend that they're transformers just so they can get in the bathroom to attack somebody. I mean, it's the nature of things. And I said, and the same thing works in reverse. And she's like, how do you figure? I said, do you really think a woman who wants to live as a man is going to be comfortable walking into an all males bathroom and they realize what she is? There are men out there that will attack her just because of that. The same way there are men who attack gay women because they think, well, they just need one good solid and they'll be back on the team. I mean, those people exist. We can't deny that.
Yeah.
History shows that they do. So it makes no sense. Well, I think they should be allowed. Then you're a fool. You're a fool. But at the end of the day, it's because of people like you who fought for the progress of this. And now that you got it, here's the problems. And I know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to turn around and they're going to call on men to come rescue them, make laws, change this, protect them in the bathrooms. It's going to be the same thing. It's what they always do. Because they can't see forward. They never have. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just the nature of the beast.
Oh,
We when we think, we plot at the same time we think. We know if we go to A, what's going to happen with B, C, D, E, F, G. For the most part, the vast majority of women do not do that. They go from A to B, and it's all about how they feel, not about what's needed.
and rule two, well, that rule two would be rule three. Rule two would be don't argue with bitches.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. What do you mean I'm
And rule
throwing? What do you mean I'm throwing Jamaica under the bus? What is that? I'm sorry, Dorian. I don't know. I don't know what that means. You know, we've been here long enough for them to know that I'm old. They can't be coming in here just talking. They got to explain stuff to me.
you,
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we it's not like we're new. I mean, I'm old, man. I mean, you throw phrases out, you got to break
yeah.
it down for me, man.
And probably rule one too would also be yeah, never listen to old bitches either. So, but I got that shit from Marco.
Mhm. Yes, youngster, that is correct. That's exactly correct. And stop laughing at me, Jay Wolf. It's true. It might be funny, but it's true.
Yeah, maybe Dora probably
Yeah,
explain
yeah,
kind of break it down here in a minute.
yeah. Because I didn't get the Jamaica under the bus thing. That's totally over my head. But um, but yeah, yeah. Compromising it does diminish you. It absolutely does.
Yeah,
It absolutely does. And there's and nothing ever good comes of it. Nothing.
for the one
I
compromising.
yeah, yeah. For the one compromising, yeah. Nothing ever good. No, not that I've seen.
But
But you know, like I said, you know, that's compromising for you. These are results. And don't get me wrong, it'll work on the same on the opposite end too. And matter of fact, it's not going to. It has. You see where you see. I read an article a while back about Jamaica trying to mess with lesbians. Oh, for real? Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know
no
that.
idea either.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but but what I was saying, you know, even it works just as well for men on the opposite end because we're seeing the result on how we're being treated by the men who preceded us compromising with women on this nonsense.
Mm.
It never ends well. It never does.
Mm-hmm.
Because for every man that compromised with everything with women, yada yada, passing laws, etc., and so on, we're suffering for it. It never ends well.
Hey, well, you know, it's it doesn't matter now. It's like Zero said before. You know, we're at critical mass, so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We've gone too far. You can put the brakes on right now, but you're still going over the
yeah,
cliff.
yeah. You're still going. It's
Yeah,
done.
yeah. It's a wrap.
So
It's definitely a wrap. No
yeah, I'm to
question
the
to that.
point where I'm like, yeah, let's hurry up and get this shit on.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, it's like let's get it over so we can move to the next phase and get shit done. That's my only thought process right now. That's because I mean, what else can I do? I mean, in all honesty,
Yeah, yeah. But
look, my guy, I don't care for these. Oh,
hey, look,
okay.
yeah, we ain't.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not touching that.
I'm not. Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
touching that.
ignoring all this shit.
Yeah.
But on the compromise though, yeah, you see how with this story how when you compromise, you're compromising everything that you are and you claim to believe, and
Hmm.
you're losing. Whoever compromises, they're doing it because they're in the weaker position. They're the weaker element.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so
And something else to take in consideration. Don't confuse compromising with a change of ideas because it's not necessarily the same thing.
okay,
Because like you and I'll talk, and I'll start off one way, and by the time the conversation is over, you've gotten me to think about it in a totally different way. You know,
Gotcha.
so and that's just men exchanging ideas, expanding their mental horizons. That's not compromise.
Yeah,
Because
true.
some people do get that confused.
Yeah.
Oh, he changed his mind. He compromised. No, that's not what that is. That's it. That's not what that is. You know.
And that's also and that's also other motherfuckers start shit, aka gaslighting, but
Yeah. Right.
you know
Yeah.
how that
Exactly.
goes. We all know how that goes.
Yeah.
But hey, I think we had a good
Oh my
discussion.
goodness. Oh my God.
Oh, uh-oh.
Jay Wolf, you are stupid. I looked at the link. You are a retard.
I gotta look now. I gotta look.
That is cold. That is too
Oh man,
funny.
it is funny.
Oh man. I think
Nothing
that's The
wrong with a good
Office.
laugh. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with a good laugh.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, we've been here for an hour.
Yeah, we have been here for an hour. Had a good discussion. I know, hey, it's Labor Day weekend. Everybody got fun to be had. So
Yep.
we'll get up out of here. Um,
And I'm gonna post one last thing in the chat
oh, go ahead.
and make sure everybody do it, please, if you haven't.
Okay. But
And hashtag men first, never compromise. That's all I got.
all right. And well, you know me. Hey, don't be a hospital gown nigga. Peace.